Good morning, everyone. This is Rob Mosley, aka Dolphins Thirsty, and today we're joined by a couple of special guests. One of them you all know as JPF Scout, my former co-host before he got too busy in life to do everything else. He's very busy with the Colorado Longhorns, and that brings in our special guest of the day. I'm going to let Justin introduce everyone. Good morning, guys. Justin, introduce away because I know the coach is very busy this morning on the road.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good morning. First of all, I want to say thanks again for having me back on. It's a pleasure to see you guys this morning. It's a great day. Talk some football with you guys. Obviously, this is a Miami Dolphins show, so we're blessed to be on. Thanks for adding us. But right now, we're with the Colorado Longhorns, the owner, which is Antonio Barrera. Good morning, Coach. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Awesome, man. It's great to have you on the show. So, we'll just go over this, talk a little bit about the Longhorns. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your time in the league, playing in it as you did.
Well, I started in 1992. That's back then, probably when you're not even around yet. So I came out of the Marine Corps. I was Desert Storm veteran, and I decided to come back. I was playing with the All Marine team. So when I came back home, I decided, well, I want to keep on playing football. So I joined the Colorado Springs Flames, which was in the Colorado Football Conference, 1992. I stayed with them until 96. And then I went to several other teams after a while until rejoining them almost like 3-4 years later. I rejoined the Colorado Springs Flames, won my first three-peat with those guys, and been with the organization since then. And then I left again for some other teams around the league. I played in Denver and such, with a lot of other teams. As you know, the Colorado Football Conference was a long time running conference for 36 years. Wow. So, it just ended last year. Yep. So they folded up the league last year, due to a lot of, things went on throughout the league. But you know what? We still thrived as the Colorado Longhorns last year, and it was really awesome. I've been playing in the league for over 30 years. I played as a player for 27 years. And Justin, as you know, you saw me yesterday, 51-year-old man going out there trying to play with the young bucks, and I still could bang with them.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that same thing. This guy will go above and beyond for his team. He is the owner of the part owner of the Colorado Longhorns. He'll go above and beyond for these kids. It's for them. It's about them furthering their careers and growing as young men and as football players. He goes out there, like you said, he was out there practice yesterday. We didn't have enough linemen, but he went out there and sacrificed his body and his time like all of us coaches do for these guys. It was actually great. He's making a lot of them better, teaching them tricks that are, that happen down there on the line of scrimmage, Coach, can you tell us what league do the Colorado Longhorns play in right now currently?
Yes, we were playing in the Championship Football League, namely the CFL in Colorado, as you see in our schedule. That's our schedule up there. Yep. They were actually founded by Damian Ware and Donnie McElroy. And actually, Damian and I go way back, again, back in the CFC days when they were the Titans and I played with the Flames. So this league is really not new to the scene. It just went from the American Development Football League to the CFL, and it's been like that. They took a year off. Now we're back, and you see we're stronger than ever now. So, and we're really getting into this league now where it's back to playing football, not, this crazy thing that you see. This is actual playing football now.
Right. Can you tell us a little bit about the team that you have gathered now? Jet in the chat. Good morning, Jet. Thanks for tuning in. A little bit about the team that's been developed now and how far they went last year, and you guys were in the championship game, the same group, right? Correct? Am I correct?
Yeah, and so I'll knock out two stones here for you, Justin. That way I know the questions you had. So the Colorado Longhorns, that was formed. It was kind of nuts. So we were actually the Colorado Springs Spartans when we first started with a lot of guys that came over. And after that first league, we were jumping leagues, because of the fiasco going on again through the CFC CFL deal. Uh-huh. We went after the Spartans. It was actually funny because our last game with the Spartans, we ended up going with my partner, my co-owner, Oscar Frias. in Byers, Colorado, and then, he's a truck driver as well.
Right.
Well, the Longhorn that you are wearing on your chest right there is actually Oscar's logo on his truck. It's Longhorns truck. It's actually Longhorns Trucking LLC. So it was funny because I just, Oscar and I go way back, and I coached Oscar too. And it's funny because we were just like, wouldn't it be funny if we made a team that says Colorado Longhorns with that logo on it? And then all of a sudden, boom. So all the Spartans that stayed with us, what you see now with the core is basically some of the old Spartans there, some of the guys from the other teams coming in now. So they've been here for a while now. For like I can say now, this is our second year. So 3 years these guys been with us together as the Longhorns. So going with all that said and done, it's actually funny how this perceived to be the Colorado Longhorns. Everybody's like Colorado Springs Longhorns. No, we wanted the Colorado Longhorns. And the reason why we took out the Springs out of it, because we wanted to make it a box state team. Because you notice everybody else in there, you got Norco Nightmare, Northern Colorado. You got the Phoenix out there, Colorado Phoenix, which is formerly the Colorado Greyhawks. It's the same thing that Rashad Ray was going into there. We needed somewhere a team that's going to be representing the box state if we go out there and play other teams out of state. So, and that's the reason why, and that's the reason why we kept the Springs out, and that's the reason why we're now Colorado Longhorns. And the thing is also, Colorado Longhorns were established last year. So there you go, Justin. I knocked out 2 stones in one shot.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, you took 2 for 1 right there. You gave a little 1-2 right there. Can you talk a little bit about the league? It's like how it's based, like kind of like any NFL or like call a Canadian Football League or USFL. Like there's teams and players that'll fall off another team and get picked up onto another team. Are there trades involved? Obviously, we have injuries that you're dealing with all the time. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, it's like any other minor league football league that you see around the United States. Basically, unless you got like the big leagues like the LaBelle League or down in Florida or up in New York. So these guys pay to play. And basically, once you pay to play, and that's pretty much it. But there's no trades like the NFL. There's no trading out there. Once you sign a contract and after the second week, it's pretty much you're said and done. If you leave after the second week, you're done. A lot of injuries persist. You can hold on to beforehand. They used to have like a practice squad where you can do stuff. But the only thing is now that, it's like the NFL, XFL, in a sense, a way, the USFL. Can guys advance to get up higher? They can with a lot of hard work. The time I've been in this league, I've seen many, many guys in this league go from minor league to the pros. I've seen one go from where I was at in the Colorado Springs Flames. He went out and tried out for a team, and he ended up making the Canadian League. Wow. I have another guy that I coached named Stefan Juice Brunham. He actually came from the Colorado League, went to Washington to play. Now he's playing actually in the arena team, professional, for now 3 years, 4 years now in that team. There's, a lot of guys like Bone Segura out of New Mexico, the Santa Fe Sting. He actually, him and David Sessler Jr. that played with the Spartans. David is playing with the minor league team in New Mexico right now. But Bones, he's actually a county sheriff in Santa Fe. He's actually playing on the professional arena team in New Mexico. So is there a chance by going up and getting it professional? Yes, but there's also another thing I'll add in here that you didn't mention, Justin. These guys that in here, we got young guys in here that are looking possibly to get back into school.
Yep,
as you know, we got Dante, the young 18-year-old kid from Mesa. He's going to walk on to a college, and this is going to be his first time playing against men. I think he's doing great.
Pee-wee, you're talking about Pee-wee?
Yeah. So
he's good.
You got to see the things. So you got a lot of things going on. We got a lot of Division 1A guys that, that started in college and now they went to the Army and then now they're playing minor league. Now they're getting out down where they want to pursue with their dreams again. Is it possible they can do it? Yes, they can. But it takes a lot of hard work. Like I said, with myself being a thing, I played arena as myself, but it took a lot of hard work. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do. It's if you're not into 100% committed, I mean, even if you got a family and, the support you have to get as a professional, that's what you need to make it. If you don't have that and you're a single guy, you got to make sure your friends are behind you, whatever behind you, your parents behind you, because that's going to strengthen you to make that league if you want that dream to come true.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of players on this team right now with tons of talent that are on the Colorado Longhorns, like he's talking about. The team is absolutely loaded. It's got a great mix of, players that maybe they're a little bit older, but veteran presence. And then it also has the younger guys that he's talking about that are coming in that maybe haven't decided exactly what they want to do, but still have a good career.
So you guys have kids right out of high school sometimes and then right out of college. You got to mix. So.
Yep. And you're absolutely right. Yeah. I remember a time when I played with the Colorado Springs Flames, we had 4 kids that came straight out of high school. And they ended up actually going and getting a scholarship to go play football, D2 or D1. They actually made it a difference to get in there and do their thing. Right. And also another thing is I have one kid that I coach in the little league in Colorado Springs, the Pee Wee leagues in YL with my cousin Demaro. His name's Terrell Jennings. We call him Turtle. He actually started in JUCO. Then he went over to North Dakota State. Then he transferred to Illinois.
Yep, this is the kid I was talking to you about, Rob.
Now he's going to be in the NFL draft. So I coached this kid with my cousin, and I'll tell you, Terrell is a great kid. He has come a long way. Again, he did not give up on his dreams, and look where he's going to be at now.
Yeah, he's going to be.
I love stories like that. Those are like draft, movies in the making. Stories like that. That's like great stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, yeah, that's the kid I was telling you about, Rob. Terrell Jennings is his name. He's in that great Illinois class that has the Witherspoon cornerback over there, Jartavius Martin, Sidney Brown. So he's played with those kids right there. That's Terrell Jennings. Bear, can you tell us, Coach G was telling me about that maybe Terrell's going to come out and have maybe a talk with some of the Longhorns and share some of his time with us?
Yeah, hopefully he does come. You have time to get down there. You got the NFL Combines coming up. And the best thing, he basically, his mom still lives across the street from my grandparents' house with my aunt lives now. Awesome. Yeah, so we've known Turtle for a long, long time. So I can't. Yeah, we call him Turtle. Yeah, we call him Turtle, but that boy is fast. I ain't gonna lie, that boy's fast.
Yeah.
But great kid. I'm telling you. I mean, he's an inspiration for everybody that can do things. I mean, if you say your dream is shot and this is all I got left, I say no, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yep.
I mean, come on. And the thing is, you got to look at, and I forgot to mention that, I'm a 2-time Hall of Famer in minor league. Okay. Yep. CFC, Colorado Football Conference, and the Minor League Football News Report, which is ran by, used to be Dick Seuss, the late Dick Seuss, and then the late Darren Magpie, now which is ran by Rob Escobar, that used to own the Denver Pirates of course there. So you got to see where we're at with a lot of great people coming out here and doing their things and seeing their greatness. This is going to help. And Terrell coming to talk to these guys saying, hey, you're dreaming, especially Pee Wee, this puts a big eye opener for Pee Wee. Like, I can make this if this is going on. Exactly. Binoculars, seriously, eyeballs, so there you go.
Absolutely. And right now, you guys, you're talking with Antonio Bear Barrera, Sr. He is a true veteran of the minor league Colorado football. You're talking to a guy who's been in the trenches, who plays down there. Look, he'll even go down there when we're minus some linemen and strap it up and give these guys his best. He's a true warrior. We love having you on today, Coach, honestly. What is your goal for the Colorado Longhorns this season? What do you want to accomplish?
Well, I'm going to knock 2 stones out again there, Justin. So you're saying that what we did last year when we established. Well, again, last year, I forgot to mention that we did make the championship last year. We actually had 90 guys try out. We had 60 guys on the team. We ended up with only 35 guys. And you know what? Those guys took us to the championship against the mighty Greyhawks. Wow. And I tell you what, it was a great game. most of the guys were playing both ways. You know, the Greyhawks, you know,
That was
they
going to
had
be one of
they
my
had
questions.
things. Yeah. So
Guys play offense and defense and special
yeah,
teams.
there is the guys that do play Iron Man. I'm not gonna lie. Another one of them is actually Daryl Bryant, our free safety. He actually plays receiver as well. James Cleveland, he also plays both ways.
My boy James.
Denarian King, he plays both ways. You know, a lot of our linemen, even like Rob Singleton, one of our big boys last year, he played both ways. Tristan Addison, I mean, he's a really skinny guy, but you know, he played both ways.
He can play.
Yeah, so you know, there's a lot of things that you need to see here we could do, and Daniel Wright's another one. So our goal officially is to get back to the ship. We came so close, but you know, our guys got tired. You know, our guys got so close, you know, but playing Iron Man ball, you know, it was tough for them, and you know, they kind of got pooped that fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? But they did their best, and I'm very proud of every single one of my guys that went out there and everything. And Oscar
Frias in the house right now.
That's the other co-owner. That's Oscar Frias is in there.
Right there.
So just to let you know, we're trying to get back to the ship again now with this core group again that stayed with us, minus a few guys, and the add-ons that we have this year. I believe that we can get back to the ship and actually win this thing because the Mighty Greyhawks are no longer, they're now the Phoenix, but you know, they still kept a little bit core of the group. But you know, honestly, we're going to have some powerful teams in this league this year. I mean, it's not going to be no joke. And I haven't seen a league like this in years, almost over 20 years since I seen it. Every team back there in the 20 years, even the guy that was 1-4, they fought tooth and nail and they were tough. So hopefully this year, with adding a new couple teams, we're going to be a tough league this year. And another thing is getting Colorado football on the map again. Absolutely. We used to be on the map, huge around the nation. Now, for almost like 15 years, ever since then, Colorado football, minor league football has gone downhill. I'm just being honest with you. We want to make that strong, and that's not just taken out from me, but it's also like Oscar Frias on here and Damian Ware and all the other owners of the CFL. We want to make this league so good that we are respected again in the nation, where we used to be powerful back in the early 2000s. We were very powerful.
So if someone wants to catch you in action, how do they find you if they want to go watch your games this upcoming season?
So they can come and see us on our schedule. If you see it in blue and everything, we play at James Irwin Charter School. That's located on Powers and Astrazon. You can go see us right there. We got most of our games are going to be played at night. And if you guys are out there and people are listening today, we're having a scrimmage game type this coming the 22nd at 2 p.m. kickoff at James Irwin again. Please come out and support us. We need all the support we can get, even the people that are out there. And if there's any truck drivers out there, you want to get your name out there. My boss is a supporter. Of course, Oscar's company is a supporter. We got another one that's going to probably support us. You know, we're trying to get the whole community. So that's where you can see us in Colorado Springs at James Irwin Charter School.
Is there any other way they could catch you, like maybe on a stream or like YouTube after games, replays, anything like that?
We're trying to work out something where we can get something like that on there, like YouTube and all that stuff. I mean, literally, it's kind of like Facebook Live, you know, with some of the people that do that. But we're still working in it. Again, you know, we're not rich people. You know, we don't got thousands of dollars to shell out. You know, we really work hard for every penny we have. And Justin, you've seen how hard Mama Bear is really working on this, trying to get us all the sponsor money and get it things, because a lot of things cost a lot of money. So
yes,
we're gonna look into that, and hopefully it'll come full circle and we'll be A-okay.
Yeah, we're trying to put the Colorado Longhorns on the map. That's why he mentioned it's Colorado, not Colorado Springs. So they're trying to bring minor Colorado League, football back onto the map, and we want to be the leaders in that area. You know, Gabe, look, I can make a YouTube for us, go live and everything for games. Bam, look, Gabe's gonna handle that part. We look like we'd be able to go live on some YouTube stuff. So that's awesome. If there's anything else that you want to share about the league, Coach, I have one more question. Maybe Rob might have something for you. I'm sure you're still over the road right now, so
I'm actually moving right now.
Yep. My question would be to you: how many are we allowed to carry on the roster? Stuff like that. What's the numbers look like here?
Well, we only can carry 60-man roster total. That's all we can carry. So, again, we cut down a lot, Justin, as you know, the cuts were coming down. So we had almost 90 guys try out for this team. We're the only Southern Colorado team. So you can imagine the talent we had. So there's no practice squad or anything like that. So, we only could carry 60, but we're carrying the best 60 we can, and we go forward from there.
And do you guys have regular football rules like field goal kickers and punters and all of that, or is it no?
Oh yeah. Oh no, this is actual football. We got punters, kickers, referees. We got kickoffs, referees, we got it all. This is this ain't no joke league.
Right. It sounded like I was just wondering if you guys kick field goals or everyone goes for 2 or 1, like some of the other.
Oh, like the XFL does. No. Yeah, no, so. we actually have one of the best kickers in the league. His name I believe is Jeremy. We call him Spidey. This boy, he looks skinny, but this dude's got a leg. He can kick. He can at least kick 60 yards.
Oh wow! So, yeah, that's great.
I seen our quarterback too is just in here. Austin just stopped by, said he is in here. So he's a good quarterback we have as well. There he is. I'm in here. Austin Sally, that's our quarterback right there. He's got a great arm, good mobility. This is going to be a great season. We're very excited coming up for this season. We're ready to get it started. They've been working hard in practices. A lot of things coming together. Just we're ready to put this on the map. So thank you, Dolphins Thirsty, Rob, for having us on. We really appreciate everything.
Thank you for the coach for coming on the road. Like I say, I always thought truck drive when I was cool. When I was a kid, I saw Smokey and the Bandit. Most of those kids wanted a Trans Am. I wanted a truck when I was a kid. Didn't grow into being a truck driver. Did another course, but hey, I became the Smokey basically.
Well, So I've been doing this a long time. Same time playing semi-pro minor league football for 30-some years. Hopefully, I can retire out of here pretty soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you stay within the state of Colorado all the time on your truck routes, or your interstate?
No, I'm local and OTR. It depends on what I'm doing right now. Okay. Like I said, I'm in West Cliff, so I'm staying around home right now, so I could be home. With my son. He started playing football, and then plus the team, and it's just really great. And Oscar's the same way. He's OTR local, so we're both different.
No, that's good, because that'd be tough being, interstate, and you're trying to run the football team would be tough.
Right. So it is. Real quick before we let you go, Coach, just for all your listeners out there, maybe you're a young football player yourself, maybe you're part of the Colorado Longhorns or a different team. Can you tell them right now what it takes to make it and in a league, and to show scouts around the nation maybe that they have what it takes to make it at a higher level? Can you tell them what it takes?
Yeah, it takes a lot of dedication and a lot of hard work. And that means getting in the gym, be physically fit, learn your playbooks, learn everything you can. Because here's the thing is, like I tell the guys, and Justin, you heard me this. If you know the game, you can play the game, but do you know the game? Exactly. It's almost the same. It's the same thing like I tell everybody else. Do you know me, or do you know me?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the dedication they need to be. You got to focus in there. I know all those other distractions, but for any of you young people out there, even adults listening, just know this. You got to work hard for what you want. Everybody knows that. But when you're really dedicated to what you're doing, you're going to succeed at what you do.
Absolutely.
And trust me, I did run the team when I was over the road.
Great words, Coach. I love that. I can believe it. Great words, Coach. I guess you got a couple of your teammates probably chiming in and stuff. I don't know who's on your team or who's not, but that's Michael Ray.
It's one of our defensive linemen right there. He's probably trying to come in and join the show right there, but I'd have to send you the link. We're hoping one day maybe Dolphins Thirsty will have us back on for some coaches and some players.
Oh no, for sure.
So maybe we'll be able to get players and some more coaches and owners on to discuss the league and their time in it, and their views and opinions as well. So that'd be awesome. So thank you,
what
Coach,
are you doing for the team, Justin?
morning.
Real quick, tell us what you do. What do you do for the Colorado Longhorns?
Oh, I'm actually the defensive line assistant coach right now. I'm just coming on. This is my first year with the team. I'm learning the ins and outs of the league, the ins and outs of all my players, bonding, forming a bond with them so I can get to know them as people and as young men and as players so I can put them in the correct positions to succeed. We have a great coaching staff, which consists of Coach G, which is my buddy Jay. Then we also have Lucky as the defensive coach. Hopefully you can get some of these guys on here and talk about them and what they bring to the Longhorns and their goals for the team. We got Mountjoy. We got a bunch of great coaches. So the staff is loaded. They're ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm very excited about working with these guys every day. It's like a breath of fresh air for me. I get in there, I can coach, I can show them small little technique things, little pointers. It's fun, man. I'm having a great time. So right now I'm starting small, Coach, but hoping for big things.
Hey, here's the thing, Coach Pac-Man right there. That's for sure. He doesn't stop talking. Waka waka waka.
Yeah, Justin has the gift of gab. I know he was my co-host here talking all things Dolphins for a long time. So,
and most of our staff, like Justin said, I've coached 90% of my staff on this here. I coached or I played with, so that's even awesome.
Yeah, no, they got a relationship. Man. They know each other. Like if he says, "Hey, I'm going down," he knows he's going to B gap. They just know each other. They've played with each other. They know their tendencies. They know how they think. Like you just said, do you know me or do you know me? So they know him. You know what I'm saying? So it's awesome right now, man.
I know that first game. I think I saw what's coming up in May. It's coming right around the corner, right?
Yeah, right around the corner. Plus, we got a scrimmage coming up on the 22nd here.
Yeah, let me throw the schedule back up there one more time. Yeah, May 6th. That's right. Less than a month away. You guys are going to be going at it. So no preseason in your guys' league, huh? It's like you go right away.
Yep, we have a couple scrimmage games that we did in New Mexico, and then we got another one coming up right now on the 22nd, and then we'll fall right into that game there you see versus the Phoenix on the 6th of May.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going in the canyon. You guys have a great day. Thank you for having me on.
Okay,
we look forward to seeing you guys.
There. Yeah, thank you, Coach, for coming on. Be safe out there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So yeah, we're excited here to get this gauntlet of a schedule started. It's going to be a journey that I can't wait, man. I think these young men are ready. They're putting in hard work. Things are coming together down there. We've had a lot.
It was great. I'm so happy that you had him on. I know we didn't talk Dolphin guys from my regular people out there. We will talk a little bit
now, bro.
We can talk a little bit Dolphins now before Justin has to run off to work.
Yep.
So, but anyway, thank you all, you Colorado Longhorns. Yeah, you don't know how many times I want to say Colorado Rockies being a baseball fan. I mean, that's not my team, but it wants to come out when I start saying Colorado Longhorns.
Yep, the Longhorns.
You guys are all awesome for joining. Make sure you give it at least a like today. I understand not to subscribe because you guys aren't Dolphin fans, but just give us a like. Help that algorithm here at YouTube. Give it a big fat thumbs up.
Oh, we had a Dolphins fan that was in the house.
I know. I saw someone say fins up. So that was
He's a Dolphins fan himself. So like and subscribe, man. Hit that like button.
Like and subscribe.
Yep. You want awesome Dolphins content? Go check out DolphinsThirsty.com. He's got the quizzes. He drops analysis over there. Some scouting reports when draft season comes up, which is right around the corner. Always has good questionnaire stuff on there. Awesome content. Go check out DolphinsThirsty.com.
Daniel, if you have any draft questions today, drop some. We got a good Justin knows about this draft.
Let's do a mock.
Yeah, let's do a mock. I do a mock. Just bear with me because I have to go get on that website.
No, go ahead, man. Take your time. I got some free time here before I go in. I think I scheduled myself a half hour out specifically for this reason. But like thanks for having us on, man. Like these guys are very excited. You know how I am. Like we had Aiden Eberhardt on once before. We had Flash Ish on from his school, his small school as well. That's going to be in the NFL draft. Like I love helping young men succeed in their dreams. We're like, I'm not doing anything. You're doing it. I'm just showing you some pointers and networking your name out there. Like I love this stuff, man. It's football. Jamal, there he is right there. Play for the Longhorns, but I'm a Dolphin by blood, baby. Yeah.
Hey, that's great, man. It's good to know there's some Colorado people all the way across the country that likes our Dolphins. I know, of course, about you, Justin, but that's awesome. So anyway, Justin, you can keep talking while I'm going to the back, going over here looking for getting the mock draft running. So.
Absolutely. That Jamal actually plays on down on the D line, so he's one of my guys that I get to work with basically when we practice on a daily basis, or not a daily basis, but every other day, and then going into games. So this scrimmage game will be my first live action seeing these guys go. So I'm ready to see them fly around. I'm also ready to see our, beloved Miami Dolphins stack up and get ready for the real big season that's coming up for them as well.
Cowboys fan in here. 49ers fan in here, and I think it's all Ravens.
All those guys. Dion right there, he's one of our coaches as well. At Ravens, and we got a big mix of different fan base on our team. A lot of Cowboys fans, though.
Well, yeah, you're out that way. We got a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Yep, there's all kinds of fans in here, man.
There's one out of the side. A little different. Yeah, you don't get too many of those. I worked with one for many years, a Colts fan, and then and another Ravens fan popped up there.
Oh yeah, bro, they're all over there. Be surprised, you think there'd be more Bronco fans on that are on this team.
I know, I'm surprised not one Bronco fan popped up there.
I know there's some. I see them rocking some Broncos gear.
Yeah, okay, there you go. All right, we're gonna run through this draft. For you guys that don't care about the mock draft, you're gonna just bear with. I haven't had Justin's take. I'm gonna let Justin. We would do no trades today just to keep it.
All right, yeah,
simple.
I sent. It's funny we're doing this because right before we came on to do this show this morning, I sent Rob a mock draft that I did, and man, it was nice, man. I had 3 trades in it that were just small ones to move back and gain assets, but every pick I made, I thought I was really confident in. So what do we got? 51 here is at the top of the board.
Well, Gibbs, which is a fan favorite, Sanders, another fan favorite. We don't care if it's realistic or not realistic. You probably think some of the names will be gone, but today we're going with whoever's on the board for this mock draft because it's a mock draft. So
honestly, I would trade Jerome Baker in this draft right there for a future 3rd, 4th, whatever I could get, and I would draft Drew Sanders right there.
So you're taking him, Sanders?
What's below?
Let's see. You got the Ike kid that you like out of Baylor, who I picked the other day.
I like it.
The draft fell differently every time.
Yeah, so honestly, I would take Drew Sanders right there. Honestly, yep.
All right, boom. So now we're going to see who falls to 84 on our next pick.
I mean, I don't think it's a realistic possibility that he's
me either. 51. But that's why sometimes, that's why they call it a mock. So we can make a mockery of ourselves.
Exactly. Look, I just seen Warren McClendon go off the board right there. That's not good for what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
We need another tackle, and it wouldn't hurt to have another guard who can play maybe both guard spots and a little bit of tackle.
How are you with Sam Laporta? I seen some people linked him to the Dolphins. What do you think of him?
I like Sammy Laporta. He didn't score really high on my SRS. I think he was in the upper 80s or lower 80s, but that don't mean much. He's got great ability to block at the point of attack. He can run good crisp routes, has good hands. He can give you a little bit of yak yards. I wouldn't mind him at all. The thing is, I know everyone keeps bringing these tight ends into it. There's really only 2 that I'm like, if he's on the board, I'm taking him. And you already know who they are. It's
Darnell Washington.
Darnell Washington would be one.
I'm not sure of your other one.
I got somebody who I would like even more than Washington, and everybody just laugh at me, but I like the Dalton Kincaid kid out of Utah more than I even like Washington.
That's it.
Yeah, that Kincaid kid's going to be the real deal. I'm telling you right now, watch out. Whoever gets him, he'll be good. We just need a new quarterback to have as Tua's backup because him being injury prone is going to hurt him up. Yeah. You didn't see the new news, bro, about the new concussion helmet that's coming out. It's going to change the game.
I hope that works, my friend.
Not only that, but you got all the he took the judo, the break falling, which I'll call it break falling classes. It's teaching him how to fall. I'm actually very confident that Tua's going to play I don't want to say all 17 games, but I'll say 16 in. Okay, he's only going to miss one game next season.
Hey, I would take that gladly. So before we pick her for the Dolphins, what's your thoughts on Hendon Hooker? I see he's like rising up draft boards. This is another case of just people falling in love with off the field, like seeing him work out, or is he really legit, do you think?
I think he's really legit. I think he's good. It's crazy because honestly, I'm not surprised that his draft stock is rising. I'm really not. He's very cerebral. Like, he'll make some really good reads and like go the right places with the ball, but then he'll have some hiccups where kind of he'll like miss a pass here or there or miss a read. It's small things that you could fix with him. He's got a pretty decent arm.
Who do you have ranked higher, Hendon Hooker or Richardson out of Florida? Because Richardson out of Florida.
Richardson all the way. I think.
Yeah, I know. Because everyone has Richardson in the first round, but I've been seeing Hooker sneak into some first round mocks.
I think I had an SRS on Hooker of somewhere around like a 94, and then I got the SRS of Richardson at like a 97. So yeah, Richardson's a higher rated quarterback. Highest rated quarterback I had on my board, though, you already know, Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce Young. Yeah, so, I know. And it's looking more and more like he's going to be the first pick, because some people are saying, "Oh, Stroud's going to," but now it's looking more and more like the Panthers are all in for Bryce Young.
I would take Bryce Young, but like, it's funny. Remember, we were talking even months ago, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" Like, on me about the Bryce Young thing, and now look, even Mel Kiper Jr., the most famous expert out there, is doing the same thing with like 2 weeks to go in the draft.
Yeah.
Like, no, I think Young's better. For those reasons I said too, like, it's not just, hey, making plays on script. It's the ones that play off script when things don't go right. And you got to make a play, bro. This is it. So we got 84, not 197, and 238 left.
Yeah. That's what I said. Get you back
what's on the board for tackles, though? Let me see what tackles, because we need tackle, bro.
Oh, Matthew Bergeron.
Oh, dude, that's my pick right there. Boom, right now.
Yeah, I drafted him in one of my mocks the other day. Boom.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, they're sleeping on the name, and now it's starting to rise, but I think it's kind of a late rise, but that's fine. It can happen. But I would definitely think that's they're going to make their team better for sure, like right away. So 197.
Let's go to all.
Yeah. Connor Galvin, someone you could pick up on a UDFA right there. Deuce!
I know you like Deuce, even though he's smaller than what some people say that they like for an NFL back, but you like him.
Yep. Real quick, let's do something real fast. Let's see if he's on here.
Oh, you like this Hunter, I know,
I love
too,
Hunter Lupke. Go to the defensive cornerbacks, and let's see if that kid that Bear coached and knows, let's see if he's on the list, that Terrell Jennings. So go all the way. It's probably going to be down to the bottom. Let's just see if he's on. I'm just curious. I do this sometimes, players who aren't as high up on the list as others, just to see if they're on the list.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. What's his name? Jennings.
Terrell Jennings. Yeah. Type it in. There you go.
Well, if that's how you spell Jennings, he's not in there. I don't know. Let's see.
Sometimes that happens too, is their names won't be on the list, but they're still getting talked to from NFL teams. They're still getting attention. It's just under the radar. Those are the kind of players, honestly, I fall in love with, that I like. I know we were talking about that Miles Brooks kid, the one that Reggie was talking about, that he knows too.
Right.
He was talking to me about it. I see his stock is actually starting to fall a little bit now. So I don't see Jennings kid.
Didn't see that young man on there. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna go back to all, so you can see best players available.
And right now, I'm still looking at that Deuce Vaughn pick is right there. What's below Terrell Smith? Max Duggan. Keep going. What's a little lower? Because this is like 6th rounds, late picks.
Well, I know you like the Minnesota running back some, bro, right?
I like Abraham. I do.
Yeah.
But I like a lot of running backs that are late.
I know. You've said you can get quality backs even as an undrafted free agent.
Xavier Valade, dude. Remember the name. Someone's going to score big with that pick. And it's going to be a UDFA for sure. I also like the Travis Dye kid out of USC. I know no one's talking about that kid, and his stock's low. I'm going to take Deuce Vaughn right here, bro. Right now.
All right. Boom.
Yep.
Which is kind of surprising for you because you don't like the smaller guys all the time, but you like his speed too much. You think he's just too much of a weapon to pass?
I think that's a threat out of the backfield. I think look at that. Right before we pick, look, Mark Evans, Arkansas Pine Bluff. That would have been my pick right there. Damn it.
Oh yeah.
That sucks. Let's see what's on the board still. Oh, well, there we go. Right there. Wait a minute. Carl Brooks, Bowling Green. Damn. What's below him?
Can he play nose, as I like to call it? Because
no, he's more of a 5-tech tweener.
All right.
5-tech.
Because in Vic Fangio's defense, he likes those true
noses.
The old-fashioned nose,
Keep going down. Keep going down.
Corey Jordan, I know you've liked him.
I love Jordan. But look below. What's below him? Because if he's there, we'll just take him. A little bit low, right there. Keandre Coburn. You want a tap nose? You want a true 1-tech? Take him.
Out of Texas?
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. Boom.
That's a solid pick, bro. And that every pick we had right there was solid and helps the Dolphins like right now. See, look at that. I took one back. We can get another back as a UDFA. You could call up Evan Hull if he didn't get drafted. You call up Xavier Valladay if he didn't get drafted. Travis Dye. Lots of other running backs out there to go choose from that are young. But look, Drew Sanders, Matthew Bergeron, Deuce Vaughn, Keandre Coburn. 2 of them went to the line of scrimmage, 1 linebacker, and a running back. That's basically like man, you could do a lot of things with Deuce Vaughn. You could do a lot of things. So
yeah. Well, that was awesome to pick your brain again. It's been a while, man. Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit.
Good. I'm so happy that your team came in today. It's cool. We had Ender and some of the regular Dolphin fans in here earlier. Ender, if you're still listening, Justin, I've talked to him off camera. He has not forgotten you, Ender. Just it's taking longer than expected.
Dragging on forever, bro. It's killing me too. I'm waiting for a million different things to happen at once, and it seems like as soon as I get one leak sealed up and stuff, another one springs out. So just bear with me, bro. It's happening for sure. I don't know what he meant about the warehouse. I don't work at the warehouse.
So he made a mistake. He said weekend. He said enjoy the. I was like, it probably came out as he probably spelled something and it came out warehouse, but then that's why the next thing he said was weekend.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't heard too many rumors, but I know I've been hearing some stuff about. I don't know, man. The coach was trying to recruit Aaron Donald. Then I heard that maybe the Dolphins want to get in on this Saquon stuff, and I've heard all kinds of stuff, but I don't believe.
Well, the Aaron Donald all just stemmed from because he gave him a hug at the UFC fight.
Yeah, I see it.
So I was just, play for the one. Hey,
did you guys see that Tua Swallow-Valoa? Do you see that? You guys seeing any of this? That neck? You see that neck? He's getting.
Swallow. Oh yeah. I didn't get your play on words. I'm like, what's he talking about? Yeah, that's.
I'm telling you right now, dude. Watch out, dog. Wait, I'm telling you, man. There's nothing like that. That dark horse, dude. That underdog who's like, oh, you don't think I can do it? Oh, you doubt me? Just watch, bro.
I've never seen a player as polarizing for someone that hasn't. It's just crazy because of course I'm superstar, but Tua is so polarizing among people. Either they hate him or they love him, or it's just like he can't do anything without someone commenting.
Yep. Look, I got a player on my team right there. It's like, we need a new quarterback. Like every time we talk about the Dolphins, that's where and I'm like, why not Tua, bro? Like no one believes in this kid, man.
Dolphins need CJ Stroud. Even if they need him, he'd be long gone by the time the Dolphins.
Yeah, we ain't trading up for no CJ Stroud. That ain't gonna happen, bro. And if we're gonna trade up for anybody in this draft, it better be. And it would suck because it's like I wouldn't do it. I'd be scared. You'd have 2 Smurfs on your roster. You have Tua and Bryce Young, but that would be the only one I'm interested in trading up for. I know there's a part of Dolphins fan base out there. I know one's named Sean Williams would love to draft AR-15 and groom him along slowly, which I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not going like all in for something like that. So we'll see.
Well, I've been hearing a lot of I asked you about Hendon Hooker. A lot of Dolphin fans on Twitter are starting to fall in love with Hendon Hooker, saying if he falls to the – but I don't even think he will fall to the 52 pick at this time. He seems to be shooting up. He may be one of those guys that a team takes a chance on at the end of the first round because then they get a 5th-year option as a first-round draft pick, so then they get 1 extra year to test the waters with him.
I think I could see someone I think his range is somewhere like 2 to 3. Like I don't think you'll see him go in the first round.
I don't either. But We'll see, but
I've
I
been
don't
hearing
think
a lot
so
of
either.
people
But man,
talk
that's just
about
like his name's getting a lot of play that it wasn't getting. I mean, in these mocks, he always falls through the Dolphins'
right.
head. So,
I
know,
seen
but
that
I was just
Cunningham
saying,
back.
like, if you listen to people other shows, a lot of them he's going up higher and higher. But I
Right.
think that's just people fall in love with quarterbacks for whatever reason.
Absolutely, because they
teams
know
have
that's the
quarterbacks.
position.
Yeah, I know that's the position that makes it or breaks it in today's NFL. So I
Absolutely.
understand it. But this year, like I said, you're all in with Tua this year. If it doesn't work out this year, then it's all in for whoever else in the future. But how the Dolphins are set up this year, they don't have time to work with a new quarterback at a new starting all over again. You built this team to win.
It's crazy because no one seems to want to mention there. And I know we have a crazy situation going on with Tua because, we need to try to keep him on the field, keep him upright. And I think things will happen. Like if we had Tua last year in that playoff game, we win the damn thing. I'm telling you right now. But
the
thing no one has mentioned is we got Mike White. I don't know why everyone thinks Mike White's this scrub who can't play in this league. Dude, he's tough. He sang in there during the Bills and took a shot from Matt Milano in the ribs and broke like 2 ribs and was still in there slinging opposite field crosshair hashes, which is an opposite field stitch throw. It's like a 30-yard out, bro. And still,
I personally like Mike White. I have seen other fans saying he's not even going to win the backup job over Skyler.
Whoever said that is out of their freaking mind. Whoever said
from what we've seen, I agree so far from what we've seen. Now, if Skyler makes a miraculous jump from one year to the next, then anything's open. But from what we've seen as evidence, yes, White will win the job if all being healthy.
Bro, that jump you're talking about for Skylar Thompson, the 7th round rookie out of Kansas State to make from year 1 to year 2 to take the backup quarterback spot for the Miami Dolphins is just this huge gap. Like there's just no way, bro. No way. You're talking about someone who's been in the league for like 4 or 5 years, who's seen the bullets, seen them live. Mike White will be the backup quarterback for the Dolphins. No other option.
Avoiding injuries and all of that. I agree with you. That's what we don't. With Dolphins, we always have to have that freaking disclaimer. I know. Exactly. I would tend to agree with you. Could I come eat my rib by September? Yes. But right now, I would tend because you have to go with what you've seen as evidence, as I like to say in my old line of work. And then the evidence is that Mike White's more a successful NFL quarterback than Skylar Thompson at this point in their career.
I'll tell you what would help both the quarterbacks on the Miami Dolphins. And this is something that, man, we talked about it last year, bro. And then the coach came out and said the same thing that I repeated on the show. He just couldn't get out of his own way. When you need to run the ball, you run the ball. When you need to pass, you pass. And even he said his own self, maybe I didn't run the ball enough. Duh. Now you're saying it. Hindsight's 20/20, bro. When you're in there, just go. When you need to run, bro. You need anything 3rd and 4 on this team next year, 3rd and 4. If you ain't running the ball, I'm like this.
Yeah. And I agree. And he obviously has confidence in the running backs. He's every one of them. He could have easily moved on, saying, "Well, he got a better contract." They made sure they signed everyone. He had the open ticket just to get rid of every running back and make a good excuse. Well, he wasn't under contract, and he brought every single one of them back. So there's no excuse.
I know, but we only out of the 4 running backs we have, we only really used 2 of them, which was Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. Ahmed, as I've been told, I'm saying his name wrong. Ahmed has been. My wife said that. It's no Ahmed in there. It's Ahmed.
It's not, but they say Ahmed.
They say Ahmed. That's why it has me doing it. But I'm gonna say he looks.
Yeah, you don't see a K, but it is Ahmed. At least that's what I don't know. We would have to ask the young man himself, but I think it is Ahmed.
I mean, don't you think he's a serviceable running back? Myles Gaskin, they're serviceable, but they're not Tajay Spears. They're not Eric Gray. They're not even Zach Charbonnet. See, look about if you did that. Look, any one of those 3 I just named right there, and then you have Raheem, and then you have Jeff Wilson, and then you have Charbonnet or Spears or Gray.
Well, I like this under the radar, but you would have to trade down for good value from one of those other picks. Get like a Chase Brown in the 100s somewhere, but
you would have to probably because
because he's not good value at the 51 or the 84. But he's not going to be there by the time you draft. By the time because the Dolphins have too big of a gap.
If he's there at 84, I would have a hard time passing up on him unless Matthew Bergeron or Warren McClendon is on the board, or Riley Moss. Like if I see Riley Moss in any one of those, like mid-range picks, I'm just going to take Riley Moss because that's the highest rated player on my board. That's
because I don't do a lot of the scouting like you do and look, but I did look Chase Brown because everyone's saying he's a good fit for the Dolphins, and he's a good fit for what the Dolphins do.
No,
so that's why for me, he's a guy I would not mind seeing him nailing him. But we got so many other positions we'll see. That's what makes a draft fun. I wish we had our first round pick that we hadn't gone tampering Tom. But instead of peeking Tom, we were tampering Tom, and got nailed.
The Dolphins regime in the past has done this. Like, I'll always try to mock our picks, and I'll get like maybe 1 or 2 every year, like I told you. But the Dolphins tend to do this thing where they like to play mind games, I feel like, during this time of the draft.
For sure.
They'll interview kids they have no intention on drafting to keep you away from the kid that they have, targeted. That's what they're doing. Like, and every
so often they would sneak one that they really like in there. You would say, "Oh, he was a pre-draft." So they just keep it that way, keep people guessing for sure.
Like the kid,
saying, maybe they really do like them because back in whatever they did draft one, but then I think all teams do that.
No,
and that's why they don't let
name mind games.
Yeah,
but they just had that kid in the Tulsa kid, this Demetric Prince, right? They love his 40 time, had a great combine, and in my mind, I'm over here thinking like. Is this just to keep you away from Evan Hull, Xavier Valladay, and Deuce Vaughn and those guys because they're down to the end of the draft to get people thinking like, oh no, we want Prince too. Then the other teams start swinging for him, and that opens up the hole for you to go get your guy.
That's why the NFL draft is definitely poker because it's a crapshoot. Sometimes you just get the lucky hand and you nail it. Other times you try to bluff your way and get the guy you want. So there's all kinds of craziness going on at the draft, and unfortunately for our Dolphins, a lot of times they just haven't been lucky, as we pointed out.
No, we haven't been. Like, if to be honest with you, man, I don't care what league you're playing in, just like the league we play in, any league, if you don't have the line of scrimmage showed up on the defensive side of the football, especially on the offensive side of the football, you're not winning anything. So it all starts in the line of scrimmage. So the trenches
I agree.
Needs to be better. In fact, before we came on, I was listening to Dolphins podcast. They do daily live. I was just trying to put something on, right? Had Omar Kelly and Poupar on there, right? And they were talking about, hey, do you think Christian Wilkins is an impact player? Do you think he's an impact player, Rob?
I think he's really, really good. Impact, depending on what your definition of impact is. But no, he's not an impact player, but he's a motive.
I disagree a little bit, and the reason why is because he's the heart and soul of this defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But for motivation, yes, he is. So that's what I say. But is he like an Aaron Donald that's going to quarterback? That's why.
No, but there's only one of those.
Ender, I don't know if Ender. Thank you for coming back.
Ender, yes, yes.
Absolutely. He is definitely yes on that, but. Justin and I were saying he has not forgotten this. Bear with us. It's a long process where he's getting the jersey from.
Oh, dude, you're getting it no matter what, bro. Just give Rob or me an email or even a direct message on my Twitter or whatever on my Facebook and give me your shipping info. He's not.
He's not. This is about Christian Wilkins. He's chiming in on about not.
Bro, come on. Christian Wilkins had almost 100 tackles out of the defensive line.
Well, I agree. Spot. He's like that's what I say. It just depends on your definition.
You guys are just saying
that. He's not going to be like an Aaron Donald. No, he's not going to be an Aaron Donald, but he's an impact.
Gave him what? If you gave him 5 more sacks a season, then would you put him there?
Yeah, probably so.
Because then he would be like 9.5 sacks a season.
Do you think he would be better under Fangio's defense? Do you think they would ask him to do more? Or is he going to have the same role?
No, he's gonna produce even more. Like everybody's level should tick up in this defense and the scheme we're running. It's going to be better, dude. You're going to get better Zach Sealer, better Christian Wilkins. Oh, better Raekwon Davis, because what they should do is go get a nose like I've been saying forever and kick him out to a 3-tech. Y'all need Grady Jarrett. See, bingo. We need a true nose tackle to put in the middle to soak up those 2 defenders. That's 2 gaps, bro. And then we can really tee off because then that allows your linebackers to go play that B gap to C gap.
Yeah, no, I agree. But back to Christian Wilkins, he's one of my favorite players because he's motivated. He goes out there, he celebrates with the offense, and they score. So he's a lot of fun.
Great.
I love his trash talking that he does. I love the effort, 100% sideline to sideline. But when you start saying, are you going to be able to pay him $20 million? I think that's where it falls.
But would you
because
pay him 15?
Some of those guys are getting that much on the D line that have been getting that much. But then some. Where do you say, this $16 million a year? You say yes, but like if you start getting over that, That's a lot of money.
I think he's in the $15 to $16 million a range year kind of guy. And yes, I lock that up at that price. And I try to like bump it down the road. You know what I mean? Kick the can down the road and make it pay to the back end of it rather than the front end of it.
Thank you, Ender. We appreciate that. I would have Justin on once a week, maybe. He's busy though, because he's doing, I don't know if you saw him with this Colorado Longhorns. You see his shirt there. He's been busy with them. He's busy doing some work to earn the bread. But we will bring him on.
Bread.
Yeah, we would bring him on, of course, before the draft again to keep him on here, because he provides great draft content to my website too. So.
Oh yeah, man, it's always still going down. The draft is coming up. It's rapidly approaching. I would consider going live if you have time during the draft. I mean, we don't have a first round pick, so the second day of the draft you could go live.
The second day I would be on. That's what I would like to be on there. So since we're Dolphins oriented,
I mean, you'll have pick 51.
You can do it because you know every player in the draft, whether they're Dolphins or not Dolphins. Me, I just been kind of limiting it to my Dolphins knowledge. Like, I'm
gonna watch. I'll watch the whole thing like I always do, and I'll have
I know you will for sure.
My war room here set up, and I'll be marking off the players one at a time as they go. Like, could have been. Oh, damn, we don't have no picks. See,
I know
that's how that goes, because there's gonna be.
What'd be fun is. What'd be a fun test is when the Dolphins are on the clock. I want to ask you, like, who would you take, and then we would compare who you would have taken to who and it could be the same person.
That's a really good challenge right there, because
and then say we would compare like a year from now, 2 years from now, like, Justin's guy's better. Oh no, the Dolphins definitely happy. The Dolphins.
Oh, they got that one.
Yeah, so we're gonna challenge. That's what we should do to everyone, and join us on the night, and then you guys all say of the players that are available, because right now Justin and I love the draft. We don't have a crystal ball to see who's going to be available, but when the Dolphins are actually on that clock in that few minutes, you guys chime in with who you would take of the players.
I love that idea, dude. I love that idea. Then you got like something we can go back and watch and be like, remember, dude, this
because we all as fans love to say, they should have done this after the fact, because we don't have, it's not our name on record out there saying,
absolutely. I'm telling you right now, if there's one player in this draft that no one's talking about, and I know people think I'm crazy because I have him as a 105 and an SRS, I just can't get the kid's name out of my mouth, bro, and that's Riley Moss out of Iowa.
I know you like Riley Moss. I know.
There's just no way he's even, like, I've seen his stock is dropping a little bit, and he's in those mid-ranges. Someone's going to be very, very, very happy. This kid is a stud, bro. I'm talking like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of a get in the deep backfield. And I could be wrong, but I feel in my heart, I know I'm right, bro. Watch this dude. He came in as a 2-star and then did what he did at Iowa, and he's been doubted his whole life, his whole career. This is the kind of players I love to get behind, bro, is the underdogs. The dudes no one believes they can do it, and then they end up this star. It'll happen, dude. I just want to give a quick shout out too to my boy Aiden Eberhardt. He's getting ready to start his season here soon for the the BC Lions over there in the Canadian Football League. So I will be following. Yeah, look at that Riley Moss score right there, dude. That's beautiful, man. 6'1", 194, gold, future Pro Bowler, all pro potential, 9 on the speed.
I know you. I had to find it because I remember that you. He's like your favorite, awesome, one of your favorite players in the draft.
Those smooth hips, 10, the hands, 10. You throw it at this kid's direction, his catch radius is really good too. He'll make some crazy catches out there. They'd be like, how the hell did he catch that? Play recognition, really good. Crisp reads, really crisp. He knows what's coming at him. He's seen it before a million times. He's a film junkie, study rat. Look at the ball tracking, the tackling, the press, all 10s. Ball tracking is great on this kid. I'm telling you, he whips his head around. He gets his eyes on it. He has a really still head. There's not a lot of movement in it. He could probably play some safety back there as well because he can tackle. I know people have been knocking his tackling a little bit, but I'm thinking it's better than people think. Wait till we get to the next level. He can play zone. He can play press. And you know what? Look at the bottom down there. Dog. This dude is a dog. He'll stick his nose in there and does not care. That's why you get the 105 down there.
Now, before we close out for the day, I was showing another player you don't have rate as high as him that you like more than other and I'm going to bring him up here. This guy you like, but a lot of people, and you have him, rated highly, and most people have him as an undrafted.
Yep, everybody has him as
most people have him as an undrafted free agent.
Whoever gets this kid's going to be happy.
But some people have him as an undrafted free agent. I shouldn't say most, but if you go to the board, some people have him So, but you have him ranked very high. So,
dude, he's
I
got
always
good, quick
when I
feet.
see people get graded by other people. So these are people I'm going to remember down the road and say, okay, man, Mike Justin knew what he was talking about, or like, man, what was Justin thinking?
Yep,
so,
exactly. And look right here, number 4, if you go down there, contact balance, okay? So that's his lowest rated area he has in his game. You can work on contact balance with the kid. He's going to get stronger and smarter and faster when he gets into the NFL and in a training program. You can fix the contact balance thing, dog. It can be up all the way maybe to like a 9. You know, he's got the feet. He's got everything else. Maybe a little bit more in the mean streak. He's a solid blocker, whether it's pass blocking or run blocking. He's smart, good high football IQ. This kid's going to be a surprise of one of the drafts. I think someone's going to get him. Someone's going to be like, wow, where did we find this kid that no one was talking about out of USC? I don't know why people don't like USC players. I know why the Dolphins fan base don't like USC players, because of Austin Jackson. This kid is different than Austin Jackson. This is not Austin Jackson.
Well, I know USC, sometimes some of the receivers get big numbers and then they don't come to the NFL and they're not big like the Alabama receivers and the Ohio State receivers. So teams get scared. But, you know, I mean, fans get scared, not teams. Teams aren't going to base it based on where a kid put, you know. But it's crazy. But, yeah, anyway, Justin, I know you got to get out there. I just looked at the time. We went over an hour because we started early today. And just as a reminder, guys, if you missed it, if you like some minor league football, semi-pro football, whatever term you want to use for it, the Colorado Longhorns, if you guys live out in that region, their head coach / owner came on our show earlier today, gave a lot of positive insight about life in general. About
he's just the owner and helps us coach a lot. The head coach is my buddy.
Okay, so Jay. He's not okay. So who's the head coach?
My buddy Jay Guerrera. He's the head coach.
Okay.
He's a real good guy. Hopefully I'll have him on here and talk a little bit as well. He's a good dude. But yeah, man, come check us out if you like football. You know, go check us out. The beginning of the show, you can do a rewatch and watch the whole interview. That goes for all you Longhorns players out there that are still in the room. Go back to the beginning of the show and watch. We started 10 minutes early because Coach was out at West Cliff and was about ready to go through the pass. We would have lost service. But real quick before you let me go on one more player in the draft, I got to get this out of my mind. Another player no one's talking about who I think will be the best pass rusher in this whole class. All right? I don't care
the
about
Florida A&M kid.
Yep. Isaiah Land out of Florida A&M. Y'all better get used to the name right now. Isaiah Land, Florida A&M. Someone's going to get him. Someone's going to get happy. It'll be this year's Micah Parsons all over again. Might take a year or two, but watch. He's going to develop.
What round are people projecting him to be in?
I see same thing with I think it's like second to third.
Second to fourth. So he's pretty high up on the board. So
he's high up on the board, but I mean his draft stock should be higher than it really is. There's a lot of kids that are like that, like the Brett Nealon you just showed. Like, no way, he's rated way too low. But man, thanks for having me on, bro. You rocked. I know you got to get going. I know I do too. So you guys rock, my man.
Kilo, Ender, James, all you guys, and Coach, and all you guys that came in today. Thank you so much. I'm the worst promoter in the world. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Give me that thumbs up for today for sure. Even if you're not a big Dolphin fan, give me a thumbs up. Help me on the YouTube algorithm. They love those thumbs up.
That's right.
Bump you up in
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Like you said, smash that like button. Tell your friends. Tell another friend. He does this all the time.
Miami Dolphin fans out there for sure, but I'm going to start talking baseball and everything soon.
Yep.
Just, even though my Red Sox stink this year, but, it's all good.
You never know what can happen, bro.
You never know. Never know. And I'm judging it off. They just played the Rays, who it seems like they're going to be the first 162-0.
I could have won money on that, dude, if I had my money and put it where my mouth was, because at the beginning of the season, there was a nice little odds bet there for plus 200 for the Rays or any team to start 7-0. Look, they're what, 12-0 right now? Damn, that was easy money, bro. Could have had it.
Yeah, man. Would have, could have, should have,
Exactly.
And thank you, Justin. Well, guys, Justin, thank you as always. Let's see if I want to make sure there's no new comments. Yes, Kilo, it's a weird, but I grew up here in South Florida. No baseball team, no Marlins when I was a kid. Jim Rice was my favorite player as a kid, so I just stuck with him forevermore. And
Kilo,
that was it.
you gotta learn your coach a little more, dude. Like, I'm a Giants fan and likes the Dolphins. I went from one coast all the way to the other. But the same story as he has in Colorado, they didn't have the Rockies, bro. I either had the Cubs or the Giants, where I loved Will Clark and Matt Williams and Kevin Mitchell's, and then they got Barry Bonds. It was over for me, dude. I'm a Giants fan. You know, it's like
look at you picking on me, Kilo, like in my Red Sox, and you're all over too. It's all good, man. Like, there's no really reason. Like I said, Dolphins I was born into down here. It was the only thing when I was a kid, the only ticket in town for any sports. There was no
Dolphins.
Heat. There was no Panthers. There was no Marlins. It was all the Dolphins. So I was just born into loving the Miami Dolphins. But I love baseball. I always loved baseball. So I said, well, I got to pick some team. And so many people down here like the Yankees. So I said, I'm going to really be different and pick the Red Sox and Jim Rice. Yeah. And then ever since then, boom. That's how I never left them. Never left them. So it's all good. Again, Keel, all you guys out there, thank you so much. Like on your way out. Justin, as always, it's a privilege to have you. We will try to do this more often, but I know your schedules change, but that's fine, man. You know, we're all about, man. So anything you want to say closing out before I hit
my closing thoughts of how they've been almost all year and always are. And this is for my players too. If you're still out there and listen to me, I'm going to be using this a lot. He who laughs last, laughs best, baby. All right. Sweet. You guys. Love you guys, man. See you later.
Yeah, later, guy. I had to throw Enders. Keep it up there real quick. So, hey, but that makes sense. Kilo. Now you know. All right, guys. Fins up. Go Dolphins. Let's go.